Hello. In this video, we're going to start to look at the if-then-else construct with Python and the Python turtle module. Now, what I've got in front of on the screen at the moment is a simple turtle script which I've written. Which, if I run it, let's run it first, and then we'll go through the script afterwards, which will make more sense when you see its potential output. So, if I run the module. And what you see happens is that very quickly the turtle runs around the screen and draws a whole bunch of random lines going to random positions, and when it reaches a position it produces a blue dot of size 20. So let's identify that here. We have the module turtle import. Let's move that over there a bit. We have the import turtle module. We've also imported a module called random. Now random's quite useful for essentially doing random things. I've then done my Windows setup. So I have set up my title, I've set up my area, which will be 500 by 500, and I've given a background color of orange because it looks nice against the blue. This line delay essentially speeds up the process of drawing the graphics on the screen. I've got a for loop here which says for x in range 1 to 200. Of course, I could obviously start it at 0 if I wanted to. I then run the following commands. I set up two variables, one called xpos and one called ypos, short for x position and y position. Now xpos is going to be assigned to it from the random module a random integer which is between minus 250 to 250. Now, if the window is 500 by 500, Turtle uses a similar XY system to Scratch, whereby XY0 will be X0Y0 will be in the middle of the screen. So that means X250 Y0 will be somewhere up here. X minus 250 Y0 will be somewhere down here. And the same for the Y values. Y250 will be up here. Y minus 250 will be down here with an X value of 0. Now with those variables created, I can then use a go-to line which simply says go to a position defined got from the random value for xpos and the position from the random value for ypos. And when it gets there, it's going to create a dot of size 20 blue. So what I suggest you do now is start by creating this script and run it as it is now. Alright, we haven't put in an if then else yet, but at this point I'd just like you to get this running as it is properly. So pause the video and then we'll carry on. Now that you have hopefully completed this script and got it running as I've done on the screen, hopefully you've tried some slightly different things but still managed to get it working. Let's see if we can create an if then else construct. Actually, it's going to be a very simple if one, which is going to only draw a blue dot in a certain area of the screen. So what I'm going to do is put a line in between the go-to and the dot. I'm going to say if xpos is greater than 50 and xpos is less than 200 and ypos is greater than 50 and ypos is less than 200. Right, let's clean it up a little bit. Spaces don't really matter, but I just prefer putting them in. Extend my window slightly. and we need to indent the command which is going to be run if that value is true. Let's run this now, see what happens. Alright, as you can see, the total has been running randomly all over the screen again, drawing the values, going to those random xpos and ypos positions. But now what it's been doing is it's only been drawing a blue dot in a specific area of the screen. So it's been saying, well, if the position which it arrives at is greater than 50 and less than 200 for the x position, which means that it is going to be between roughly here and here, and it is also greater than 50 and less than 200 for the y position, it's going to produce, it's going to stay within this area, and if it matches all four of those criteria, which will only be for this area, it's going to create a dot of size 20 blue. Now what we could then do is we could say else dot 20 green. Let's now run this, see what happens. And now the marking an area script is a little bit more clear as to what it's doing. We started off with a simple if then, and we've now added an if then else. So what I'd like you to do now is, using my script, let's bring it back up on the screen now. Oh, forgotten which one. Here we go. And attempt to try something similar yourself. Once you've got it working in much the same way in which I've done it, see if you can then extend it and try something different. Good luck.